r/petty revenge. Don't want to reimburse me for the money I sent because you lied? No problem, I'll get it back one way or another. A year and a half ago, I was leaving a very toxic and abusive relationship. I have a job and stable income, but wasn't planning on staying in the state I was staying in. So I didn't want to get a lease and root myself there for a year on the off chance that an opportunity came up. There were several things in the air, so to speak, so I thought it best to rent a room in the meantime with my dog and wait it out. I found a room on CL and went to tour it. It was nice. A little far, but hey, I needed something quick. I paid prorated rent for 1 month and the full rent for the next. A total of $1,400, which was already more than it should have been, but I wasn't in the position to argue that. I also paid a $500 deposit for damages. Then, everything started going downhill. I moved in and things were fine for a week. Roommate and I hung out a bit and drank and enjoyed our dogs and each other's company. I would let her try foods I cooked and vice versa. Juices, snacks, dinners, I didn't mind. Until one day my meal prep bowl went missing. I did give her one as I knew I would be tired of it soon, but I made 5. 3 were there, 2 were gone. I asked roommate about it and she claimed she didn't know. First red flag. Only 2 people in this home and the dogs didn't grow arms and touch it. Then as I'm helping my friend file her taxes for the first time, a man shows up and serves me a summons for court. He thought I was roommate, and it was for back payment of rent. She has been behind and about to get evicted. I mentioned this and she exclaimed, they were supposed to take that back. So she knew. She brought someone into her situation knowing this was going to happen. Then the water went out. She didn't pay the bill. I had to shower at work when I drove an hour to the office. She claimed the city was having issues. They weren't. Her internet was out. She didn't pay that bill either. She said it wasn't her fault. She was trying to get me to offer to pay the bill as I needed it for work. I didn't. I opted to go to the office. She would lock my dog in my room even after she told me it was fine for her to roam, but she didn't really want her to. That's fine, you're home. But she also broke my ceiling fan in the room. My window was broken so I couldn't open it, and she kept the heat on. My dog was baking in 80 degrees in the house upstairs. Not cool. I told her to stop doing that. Either you lower the AC, or give her the freedom to cool off downstairs since heat rises. Then she told me one day that the maintenance people came to check the fan and my window and my dog scared them. The result? She was fined $300 because she wasn't on the lease. I sent it the money. She already had 3 dogs with 1 not on the lease. Make it make sense. Then I started to catch on. She was gonna keep asking and try to get more money. I asked for an amended lease to prove my dog was on there now. She got defensive and said I accused her of lying. I didn't, but if it's resolved, why not send the lease? She claimed she'd ask for one but couldn't promise anything. Final straw was when she told me not even 20 days into the full month that she couldn't afford to live there anymore and asked if I wanted to get a place together. I said no, I'm not putting my social on a lease with yours. So she said she had to move. She wasn't going to reimburse me my deposit or my $300 for my dog. Solution? I came downstairs to moving boxes. She was gonna jump ship without so much as an apology. I took a day off sick from work while she went to her job and up and moved all of my stuff, and some of hers, to a storage unit and got an Airbnb for a few days. I texted her I moved out and she had 7 days to send my money or else. She laughed it off not knowing. She said she had to evaluate my room for damages knowing there weren't any. But I figured I'd give it some time so she knew how serious I was. She got home from work and my phone started blowing up. I reiterated, 7 days and you'll have your stuff. Otherwise, I'm selling it. She didn't pay, so I got my money back in other means. All but $22, which I was okay with. I sold it all. I wasted my entire tax refund and then some to move. She knew she wasn't right, but I was pinching pennies at this point. She threatened me with cops, but we both knew that was an empty threat. I spent 20 days in a home I paid a full month's rent for. Never again. Been on my own ever since.